Beloved in the Seventh-day Adventist Church, beloved in the Seventh-day Adventist Church, this is a very urgent message, a very urgent message in relation to out of the cities, out of the cities. This is taken from this book right here called Country Living. I got this from a brother out in Tennessee. That's why it looks like this. It's a very older copy, but it's a book called Country Living by Sister White, Ellen G. White, the prophet of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. The statement reads, the message given by the Lord, page 31, out of the cities. Out of the cities, out of the cities. This is the message the Lord has given me, has been given me. The earthquakes will come. The floods will come. And we are not to establish ourselves in the wicked cities, where the enemy is served in every way, and where God is often forgotten. The Lord desires that we shall have clear spiritual eyesight. We must be quick to discern the peril that would attend the establishment of institutions in these wicked cities. We must make wise plans to warn the cities, and at the same time live where we can shield our children and ourselves from the contaminating, demoralizing influence that is so prevalent in these places. It is no time now for God's people to be fixing their affections or laying up treasure in the world. The time is not far distant when, like the early disciples, we shall be forced to seek a refuge in desolate and solitary places. As the siege of Jerusalem by the Roman armies was a signal for flight to Judean Christians, so the assumption of power on the part of our nation in the decree enforcing the papal Sabbath will be a warning to us. It will then be time to leave the large cities, preparatory to leaving the smaller ones for retired homes in secluded places among the mountains. And now, instead of seeking expensive dwellings here, we should be preparing to move to a better country, even a heavenly, instead of spending our means on self-gratification. We should be studying to economize. We're studying to economize. Now, brothers and sisters in the Adventist Church, we need this very important information for these last days, because if we're living in the cities when the probation closes, we're not going to be able to buy and sell. We're not going to be able to grow our own food. We're not going to be able to take care of our responsibilities. And it's much easier for Satan to tempt us to violate the Sabbath and break, and observe Sunday sacredness in the wicked cities. We are not to locate ourselves where we be forced into close relations with those who do not honor God. And Christ is soon to come in regard to the observance of Sunday. The Sunday part is stripping itself from false claims, and this will mean oppression to those who determine to keep the Sabbath of the Lord. We are to place ourselves where we can carry out the Sabbath commandment in its fullness. 6 days shalt thou labor, and the Lord declares, and do all thy work. But the 7 days of Sabbath of the Lord thy God, in it thou shalt not do any work. And we are to be careful not to place ourselves where it will be hard for ourselves and our children to keep the Sabbath. If in the providence of God we can secure places away from the cities, the Lord will have us do this. These are troublous times before us. Beloved in the Adventist Church, earthquakes will come. Tornadoes will come. Earthquakes like in the homosexual cities of San Francisco and those cities out in California. Tornadoes like in this area, Tornado Alley, the South and the Midwest. Fires, floods, all these things will come and destroy these wicked cities. We need to move out of these cities, beloved. We need to proclaim present truth. We need to have outposts in the country and do canvassing ministry in the cities in the last days, and medical mission work in the cities in the last days, and Bob work in the cities in the last days. We need to have our restaurants in the cities, but we do not need to have our colleges and institutions within the cities. They need to be in the country, beloved. Our colleges and institutions, if the city goes up around our college institutions, like here in Oakwood, we need to sell our school, sell all these big, huge buildings, and move out to the country and have our schools out in the country. Training ministers. We're coming to a great time of trouble. Donald Trump is in the White House now. The Sunday party is working a secret around him. Believe me, look at the temperance movement. When they start banning alcohol and all kinds of things like that, and banning abortion, all things like that, that's a sign that probation is going to close, beloved. It's a sign that our probation is getting ready to close in this world, because we're going to start passing Sunday legislation to rectify the abortion issue. They're going to start doing all these things to bring these things about. So, beloved, beware for these last days, and get into your Bible and your spirit of prophecy and read it, beloved. It's time for us to move to the country and not grow up around the cities. The cities are wicked. They have homosexuality here, witchcraft here. You have strip clubs here, bars here. Beloved, it's time to get ready for these last days. Judgment is coming. And no, we do not need to form ourselves into these little Sunday surge parties in our nominal Adventist churches and dance in church. Sunday surge is a precursor to worshiping on the first day of the week and observing Sunday sacredness. C.D. Brooks had it right, beloved. C.D. Brooks had it right when he told me years ago not to mess with Sunday church before he died. I even had a dream of him, C.D. Brooks, in a dream a little while ago. He standing up in a pastoral robe saying, "Do not mess with Sunday surge, beloved. Do not mess with Sunday surge. God bless. Happy Sabbath."